Man, my name is Cuddy and Clean JC. I'm from San Francisco, California. I'm born and raised here my whole life. I play 5 instruments: guitar, bass, drums, and piano.
What do you do for work out here?
A little bit of everything, you know, jack of all trades. Try to do my best to do whatever I can to get whatever I can. But yeah, for as of right now, you know, just getting by any means, fucking splashing shit and doing whatever you got to do to get the fucking, you know, big bucks, whatever. When I say bipping, it's even beyond cars. When I say bipping, I don't even think about cars. When I say bipping, I mean buildings, corporate offices, getting into Google buildings, North Face buildings, Burberry, Louis Vuitton. Because when they're open, the fucking security guards are like SWAT teams, you know what I mean? So they got fucking Dracos and all the shit. You don't want to fuck around with them. They'll really kill you and not care about it.
Tonight, the shooting death of a suspected shoplifter captured on store surveillance cameras, leading to mounting protests and outrage in San Francisco.
So, you know, that's not cool. But at nighttime, it's like, it's been butter. As of lately, it's been getting more hot though, because people are just doing dumb shit and not doing it right. Everyone's like, oh, let me see how I could be the fucking worst asshole to this person ever. You know what I mean? And it's like they earn stripes that way.
An unbelievable sight to see. 3 suspected thieves casually smashing car windows.
Don't leave anything of value in your car.
It's like that's the new way of earning stripes, and it's so fucked up because I never learned it that way. That's not how you earn stripes in my book, you feel me? But it's like everyone's in a competition to be the most biggest dirtbag of them all.
Yeah, that's how I get my clothing. That's how I make a living, you know what I mean? The art of boosting is being able to go in the store and come back, you know what I mean? And leaving without them knowing, being invisible. So like, we usually have tools for that, like the alpha key or the dimple magnet, where you take the tags off, you know what I mean? Nike, Jordan, North Face, anything hot like that. $800 I made one day off that. Cops are always out here. The cops didn't do a goddamn thing about it. They can't take us to jail. Reno's like this, Oregon's like this, and Seattle's like this.
City leaders say retail thefts are out of control.
We continue to look at San Francisco's effort to take control of the Tenderloin.
Saving the neighborhood means finding answers for each person out there struggling with addiction in the midst of the opioid crisis.
Everybody out here doesn't want to be out here.
My name is Andrew Callahan, and you're watching Channel 5 News. Last week, in our episode, San Francisco Streets, we covered a wide variety of topics, from fentanyl to zoning laws, to gentrification, to homelessness, to shoplifting, and beyond. We got to speak with the professional crew of shoplifters called the FEA Gang.
Before all these niggas was doing this run out the store shit, we was walking out the store. We was having them say, y'all have a good day.
That was cool, but I wanted to go a step further and actually follow them on a boosting mission. They said that was a step too far, but they had a friend nearby named Jack who was a perfect fit for my request. I first met Jack on Market Street in a San Francisco neighborhood called the Tenderloin. At nighttime, this same neighborhood devolves into chaos as drug dealers and boosters arrive from different cities across America to set up shop.
Hey man, I'm from Chicago, man.
From Stockton, you feel me? On my mama and GD. Yeah. And rap for all you op ass niggas on the damn low stuff, bro.
Southside
6
Chicago,
stars,
man.
fuck the
Southside
5.
Chicago.
Now, what you guys do for work?
Sell drugs, I ain't
Shit,
gonna
I ain't
gonna lie.
Restaurants. This ain't no big area shit, man. This called the international block, man. It's everybody from different cultures, backgrounds.
In the plain view of police, the dudes I met sold a variety of products: fentanyl, puff bars, Narcan, goldfish, and beyond. Jack claims that's just regular in the Tenderloin.
It's just San Francisco, you know. San Francisco, you know.
But these out-of-town dealers flocking to the city is oversaturating the resale market, causing the price of stolen goods to deflate.
They're getting the shitty end of the stick too, you know what I mean? It's just fucked up.
This meant that San Francisco was on the cusp of a black market recession, aka a drought, leading to a dramatic uptick in an occupation known as bipping.
Car break-ins have become so common in San Francisco, they have their own term, bipping.
What is bipping?
Bipping is when you, by some means, typically spark plug, I would say, enter into a car unlawfully. And then you take whatever you want.
It's an occupation to some, and it's a hassle to others, depending on your social economic status.
And this could be done a plethora of ways. One of the ways is that you just go and you hit every car. One of the ways is, you know what I'm saying, people scope out. San Francisco has, so you find some tourists, they dumb, they got all their shit in their car, they just came from the airport, and then you come up, you know what I'm saying? And that's bipping.
People that do this have to be held accountable.
SFPD Chief William Scott is talking about a crime spree that's reached epidemic proportions.
So police say there have been more than 15,000 car break-ins so far this year.
They say a baby is being born every second. A car is being bipped every second in San Francisco, California.
Oh, shit. Actually, every 15.72 seconds. But either way. As we've learned in San Francisco, the world is a very frightening and uncertain place. When you step outside of your house or your apartment, you never know what's going to happen. You could get your Prius stolen, or even worse, you could be in a car accident or sustain some type of personal injury. And if that happens to you, I want you to be covered. I know what you're thinking. Submitting a claim for an injury is a long, lengthy process full of bureaucratic BS steps. But with Morgan & Morgan, it doesn't have to be. Morgan & Morgan is a real 21st century law firm. It's super easy to submit a claim. In fact, it'll take you 8 clicks or less. Woo! Just go to forthepeople.com/channel5 or go on your phone and dial #law. That's #529. All right, guys, back to the streets.
Oh, Bipper shit is going bananas, nigga. Look, when I say bananas, nigga, on everything, nigga. I swear to God, I quit my. We ain't gonna get into all that, but just know, if your cousin show up into your house at 3 in the morning with a duffel bag and he happy, he did his thug thizzle that evening. You feel me? And it's a little petty crime, a little slap on the wrist. You feel me? I'm talking about you go sit up in county about 3-4 days, depending on what kind of prize you got. And they gonna let you right about that motherfucker. Motherfuckers get right back up in that motherfucker. Petty crime.
Yeah, bipping's been around for a while though.
Has that always been a thing in Frisco, or you think it's more connected to like the way the city's changed?
Listen, man, bipping has always been a thing, even before my time. I was born in 91, man. Bipping been going on since the 80s, man. They used to use a spark plug instead of a bip tool, man, which is a rescue me. I'm talking about...
Bipping been bipping since bipping. It just got more because we can't afford shit. So you take shit. When you live in a city that is hard to afford, and then not only that, you got motherfuckers who want to keep up with people who can't afford it, all you think about is taking.
And I don't blame nobody that bips, like, it's impossible to live here.
44% rent hike.
Neil has been paying $1,800 a month rent, but his landlady recently informed him she was raising the rent to $8,000.
You gotta get it how you live it.
You gotta get it how you live. My only grievance is if you bip me.
It's a job. It's a hustle. Me personally, I'd rather motherfucker bip a car than go rob an old lady for her purse. I'm talking about you can always get that material shit back, but you can't get your inner self back. Imagine a motherfucker walking up on you with a pistol. Hey, get down, old lady, you feel me? You gonna be fucked up. Now just say you come back and your window broke and your little $200 gone. You gonna feel some way, but you ain't gonna be mentally disturbed rather than that motherfucker putting that pistol to you. I'm talking about.
Shocking video shows a thief breaking into cars in broad daylight, leaving behind shattered car windows as eyewitnesses watch in disbelief.
It's supply and demand, really. If you think about it, what's the fastest way you could come up in the city if there's no opportunities in the city and you see all these rich-ass motherfuckers who come and, live luxurious lives and you out here on these Tenderloin streets, and what does that equal to?
This made me curious about Jack's motivations. Is he bipping in protest of gentrification, or is it something else?
Well, my whole thing is, man, I first did it, man, not even really to make money. I did it to get fly, you feel me? I did it just to fucking look dip. Because I couldn't afford it growing up, you feel me? I was on Section 8, grew up in the Jets, no money, you feel me? So, it sucks, but it is what it is.
The chief says if caught, they'll work with the state's attorney to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
Have you been arrested out here doing this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My rap sheet is, it's a lengthy one, you know what I mean? I got arrested in San Francisco 44 times since 2013. But surprisingly enough, San Francisco County is the only place I've ever been arrested.
Despite having 44 burglary arrests, Jack has never been tried or convicted by the city of San Francisco. This partially has to do with the fact that his bipping and boosting career began in 2014, the same year that California passed a referendum called Proposition 47.
A controversial new law will go into effect after California voters passed Prop 47. It reduces certain drug and theft crimes from felony charges to misdemeanors.
So Prop 47 lowered the threshold for certain crimes like petty theft, right? So basically before, if you stole anything over $400, that would be a felony charge. With Prop 47, you could steal up to $949.99 and you just get a ticket if you're caught.
Bear in mind, this is actually per boosting mission. What that means is that you can go to the Gucci store, steal a belt, go to Fendi, get a handbag, go to Nike Town, get some Air Jordans, and then end your day at Sunglasses Hut and get some fucking, Warby Parkers. And if you happen to get caught, you'll get 4 citations, 1 for each store. From there, the cop who arrests you can decide to either give you like a traffic ticket or he can take you to Central Bookings at 850 Bryant. From there, they remain in custody until San Francisco DA Brooke Jenkins decides decides if she wants to prosecute. As we learned in our previous episode, interviewing a retail boosting squad called FEA, Finesse Them All, she typically does not prosecute.
Are you guys worried about consequences like from the police out here?
What? San Francisco doesn't believe in crime. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Shout out the DA though. Oh, shout out London Breed too. I did time in San Francisco, but never stayed more than a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? I think they don't give a fuck.
Well, the progressive policymakers behind Prop 47 actually do claim to give a fuck. Let's take a look at the origins of Prop 47. So it was actually inspired by a referendum passed in Italy after the financial crisis of 2013.
Unemployment stands at 8%, but for young people, the figure is 3 times that.
24% of working-age males found themselves unemployed, and a third of Italy was now below the poverty line, and so theft naturally went up.
Cute robber. He's going to be really popular in jail.
For this reason, Italian prisons became overflowed with people who stole petty amounts of food.
They're put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry that night.
Very quickly, the jails became disgusting.
One prisoner told us that in his block there were cases of scabies, and there were only 2 showers for 72 inmates.
So, just 3 months into the financial crisis, the Supreme Court of Rome decided to overrule all theft convictions for people who stole under 100 euros worth of food. The goal here was to reduce the prison population and ultimately save money for the state. Now, this might sound crazy, but in terms of inequality, California is pretty much on par with Italy directly after the financial crisis. Despite being home to lavish beaches, Hollywood stars, rappers, and multi-million-dollar sports franchises, California actually has the highest poverty rate in the nation, and also the highest rate of inequality. Inequality is the key word. While states like Mississippi and Louisiana are technically poorer by GDP than California, there isn't this dramatic contrast where you have skyscrapers full of tech executives looking down on people literally living in slums like Skid Row, Los Angeles, and San Francisco's Tenderloin. I believe it's this extreme contrast that fuels much of the criminality in California. And those numbers are reflected in the prison population. Right now, as you watch this, 199,000 Californians are behind bars. 72% of them were convicted of non-violent crimes, mainly drug offenses. And our prison system doesn't seem to be working in terms of rehabilitating offenders. In fact, it seems to do just the opposite. In some cases, complete squares enter the correctional system and come out as hardened criminals. Why? Well, here's an idea. The correctional system in California is rampant with gangs and corruption. Oftentimes, when inmates are sent upstate to jails like San Quentin, they have no choice but to join a gang or ally with a specific race-based gang, like the Norteños, Aryan Brotherhood, Southsiders, and so forth. Here is how Cripmac explains the process. First, you go to county jail, where you're forced to fight all of your enemies on the streets.
Going through the whole tags, you see different niggas from different hoods, ask you where you from. All right, okay, let's go through the process. You're gonna get out, on hood, you go through the whole takes. Now you at CJ, you land where you at. All right, you got he's from here, he's from here. All right, here I tell you where you from. Y'all, so you already know, cuz once it's time, fight on hood, go fight a day room on hood where everybody watch TV and on hood work out. Motherfucker, we gonna squabble, we gonna get it in on neighborhood crib. I'm not gonna turn down a motherfucking time.
After enduring 9 to 12 months in county jail, you're transferred to a state facility where you're forced to ally with your own race, regardless of gang classification.
It's more so a race thing in state prison. Everybody has their own cards. You got the neighborhood card, the gangster card, you got the Bloods, you got the Hoovers. Everybody got their own card, but at the end of the day, it ain't, oh, you from here, so we gonna get out. No, it ain't like that. We're all black. We respect each other, and this is what we gotta do. We gotta work out, because the other races is watching what we do. They'll stab the shit out of you. Really? Yeah, and they don't play no fucking games.
Now, stop for a moment and realize that Cripmac is describing what is intended to be a correctional system meant to reform and rehabilitate criminal behavior. Yet, we're taught not to question this, perhaps programmed by TV shows like Prison Break, Oz, Orange is the New Black, and casual conversational taboos like don't drop the soap.
Look, doubloons! Don't drop them.
We're conditioned to believe that that's just how prison is. And if people complained about it, well, then maybe they shouldn't have broken the law.
You go to jail for 5 years.
Despite other countries having much less brutal, yet far more effective correctional systems.
We take the freedom from them, but when they are here, we try to help them.
For some reason, we turn a blind eye. Why? Some would say it's because of the prison industrial complex. But maybe it goes even deeper. Perhaps we are conditioned to believe that you deserve to live in permanent degradation and abject misery if you've done wrong. Perhaps the American view of crime and punishment is informed by an archaic Judeo-Christian view of the world, wherein people are divided by simple terms into either good or evil. angels, or devils, destined to either heaven or hell. Rather than viewing humans as complex, inherently flawed, constantly evolving, imperfect creatures, we instead use the ancient tactics of exile and shame to smite the unworthy. We essentially create hell on earth to punish sinners.
Come in here, you might not make it. Got dudes up in here getting killed over $40, $50 debts. You want to spend the rest of your life washing your clothes in here?
And it's not working.
6 out of 10 prisoners released in 2012 were rearrested within 3 years.
It's also costing California a lot of money. It costs $106,000 per year to keep one person incarcerated. So if you do the math, California spends $9.98 billion per year on prisons. Now, the primary goal of Prop 47 was to reduce that spending, but it was marketed as some kind of progressive policy change. Here is a California-funded commercial for Prop 47 starring John Legend.
We all want our communities to be safe, but when we talk about public safety, what are we really talking about? Consider a world where public safety means that instead of investing in punishment, we're investing in people. How would it feel to live in a world like that? I say, let's find out.
Shortly after it was passed, word got out in the Bay Area and all across California that shoplifting was essentially decriminalized.
With crime on the rise, voters seem to admit they made a mistake passing Prop 47.
They just passed the law. They don't take you to jail for stealing no more. You get cited and released. They didn't make it easy. You know what I mean?
This prompted Jack to begin a 10-year bipping and boosting career, which despite 44 arrests, continues to this day. In fact, the day I interviewed him, he actually had just gotten released from jail 3 days before with no charges filed.
Well, I just got out of jail last Thursday.
What'd you go to jail for last Thursday?
First degree armed burglary, possession of burglary tools as a felon, possession of firearm as a felon, and three charges of possession of controlled substance.
For some perspective, if Jack was arrested on the same charges in a state like South Dakota or Arizona, he would likely do between 20 and 25 years in prison.
I was there for a little over 3 weeks, which is nothing, but still it's fucked up. It's nothing to be proud about though. Yeah. And I honestly wish there's more programs maybe to rehabilitate people and help people more, but there's more of a core issue and I don't even know it. I'm not God. Yeah. Hopefully one day we can try to figure it out. I don't know what it is, but the root, I feel like it's from the drugs. I can feel it. I already know.
Midway through our conversation, Jack told me another interesting thing. He told me that in jail in San Francisco, the dynamic between police and suspected criminals has become extremely volatile.
And the cops, oh my God, in there, they're being on some spiteful ass shit. I've been to jail, like I said, many times in San Francisco. I got major pull. I'm from Frisco, born and raised. I got major pull with all the deps, all the COs, everything. I fuck with them. They fuck with me too for the longest. But because there's so much fentanyl being used in the streets, right in front of their face, in front of the police, they feel some type of way about that. And it's some real shit, y'all. Whoever is gonna check this out, they feel some fucking real type of shit about that. So once they have us in their hands, they treat us like shit, bro. I was supposed to be released 4 days before I got released.
Yeah. Despite Frisco getting a bad rap in a post-Prop 47 world, the city is actually doing its best to make it possible to prosecute shoplifters. One thing they've done recently is change the burglary tool enhancement to include normal household tools, like the spark plug, which is commonly used to break the glass window of a car.
Sparky's on a leash, top, and pull that motherfucker right back. Spark plugs will break a window quicker than a bip, on my mama.
They have a certain list for people that they can't sell spark plugs to. They just made that, London Breed made that happen as of this last year, which is smart.
Jack is not allowed to possess a spark plug. In fact, he's not even allowed to go to AutoZone. If he walks into AutoZone, which carries spark plugs, he'll be arrested.
They upgraded the charges on a spark plug, so a motherfucker had to use a whole nother utensil. I'm talking about to make they thing do what they do.
To get around the spark plug enhancement, Jack has developed a secret network of Chinese gift shops that sell something called bip kits, which contain a variety of bipping supplies, including small porcelain items that are able to shatter glass easily. According to Jack, buying a bip kit is an extremely straightforward process.
Well, you go to the Chinaman right there, go on Jackson Street, go to the Chinaman, man, asking for porcelain. They already know. They got a whole kit. Go to the Chinaman right there on Jackson, tell him you need a kit.
I asked Jack if I could go with him to buy a bip kit, and he agreed.
We right here in Chinatown, right next to Chinatown Projects, right above North Beach, you know what I mean? Right next to actually Embarcadero, in the heart of it all, you hear the voices, you feel the vibrations. You know, this is a beautiful area. Very, very historical. Very, very historical. We in the heart of it. This kit, we finna get them fucking splash kits to splash shit. Yeah, I'm talking about a little bip kit. So this, you gotta shatter into pieces, or you can just throw that at a motherfucker. These are crazy. These are best mostly for vehicles. This is ready to go. Hey, bro, this is ready to go. You could, if you throw this hard enough, you could crack a window right here.
Shortly after acquiring the bip kit, Jack asked me if I wanted to accompany him as he bips cars in broad daylight. Initially, I was a bit apprehensive. I mean, after all, I'm a journalist, not an accessory to car burglary, right? Then I asked myself, as I often do, in moments of confusion, what would Hunter do?
You find that it's not really a choice. You made a commitment a long time ago.
Shit, man, you know, man, in times of desperation, blood, fuck a fence, man, you know what I mean? You gotta break anything you gotta do. You gotta just make it happen, you know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing gonna stop us when we really need our dope or need our money to whatever, you know? Nothing will ever fucking stop us from our own pursuit of happiness. And honestly, that's what's fucked up, bro. I think honestly at the core of it, bro, it's all just the pursuit of happiness, bro. We all just wanna live life, be happy, right? We all just wanna fucking, you know, not kill ourselves. Because there's so much depression going on where it's like life sucks, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, dude, we're all just trying to do it just to it's not like we're doing it to terrorize the city. We're not doing it because we have, like, you know, spite. No, bro, we're doing it just so we can try to survive, try to make money, maybe try to look fly, because we already are X'd out, we can't get jobs, or because, you know, the system's already racially fucked up where we can't be accepted anywhere, you know? Yeah. Like, so, like at the core of it, in terms of bipping, bruh, it's not like we're bipping because we're assholes, or we're bipping because we want to ruin the world. Like, it's crazy because even in my neighborhood, right, I watch motherfuckers that bip. I tell them, look, this is not the neighborhood to bip at. Like, I bip, but it's like, no, not here. And if I catch you slipping bipping out here, I'll shoot you. And city residents understand that and they respect it. I know you're definitely truly one for the people. This is the last station before you hit the town.
Now, with a backpack full of fresh stolen goods,
there you go.
Jack was in a way better mood.
When I was down just recently, I had to get into an altercation and I poked someone. So I protected him. And he told me when I get out, he's giving me a half a brick for free. That's pretty tight.
He said we were going to catch the BART to the open-air resale market, which was only a few stops away.
My guy, what's up, dude? I got some Fetty if you want some. I got some Fetty if you want some. You got anything you want to sell? You got anything you want to sell?
After being propositioned by Jack, our fellow subway rider immediately moved seats. It was at this point that I realized Jack wasn't actually bipping to buy new clothes. He was simply doing so to support his fentanyl habit. Before this, I wasn't aware that he smoked fentanyl or had any type of opiate dependency. I began to question the ethics of my own journalism. Was it my job to intervene?
Probably the best dope out. I'm plugging with the Hunos. I welcome them here, you feel me? Whenever they get jacked or whatever, they come to me, you feel me? To ask, you know, to help them out. So I don't even pay for my drugs. They get to free, you feel me?
I wondered if I should stop him. Would he listen to me? Is it my responsibility to inform someone that what they're consuming may consume their life? Or do all humans have a right to consume whatever they want? I really didn't know what to do. But before I could make a decision, the smell of ammonia and burnt popcorn began filling up the subway car. I felt Jack's energy begin to shift. Within a few seconds, he began to nod off, drifting in and out of euphoric consciousness.
Hey, you good, man?
Yeah.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is this 24th?
No, 16th. Not 24th yet.
Yep. We'll get on the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good though. Thank you.
What were you smoking on?
Fetty.
Is that just like one dose?
Yeah.
How much did that go for?
I don't know, I got it for free, but it's the best Fetty out of the streets. It's not no bullshit that they give out. It's not no regular shit they give out right now, you know?
Yeah.
It's the shit they don't even sell on the street.
Jack told me we were heading to 24th and Mission, A BART station where above the platform, a group of secondhand vendors called fences host an open-air resale market, which mostly consists of stolen goods.
Illegal street vending in San Francisco appears to go on unabated by police in the city's Mission District.
Organized gangs of criminals sell the merchandise to a fencing operation.
On any given day, you can buy anything from clothing, pharmacy products, or grocery items.
Cosmetics, laundry detergent, and razors.
It all began to make sense. For a long time, I wondered why, at every CVS and Walgreens in town, they kept all the deodorant, laundry detergent, and shampoo locked up.
Laundry detergent makes up 21% of all boosted merch.
Jack explains that unlike the fentanyl trade, which is controlled by Hondurans, the fencing markets are controlled specifically by Mexican and Filipino immigrants, most of whom are not cartel affiliated, but are simply looking for money to send back home.
Fences are primarily, you know, amigos, you know what I mean? Yeah. They cash you out for underwear from Target, lotions, medicines, all that shit, you know? Yeah, that's a fence. I don't think they work for anyone necessarily. If anything, they just work for themselves, wanting to get like some Aveeno lotion for their mom, or sending it back home to Mexico, or you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not even like the way some people might think, as in like it might be super gang orientated. Like, nah, these fences, there's even a couple Filipino fences where they do something called a balikbayan box, where they send a big package to the people out in the Philippines for their poor relatives, and you know, it's like a care package for like a whole half year kind of thing, where they'll sell Spam, underwears, you know. So the fences, they'll buy it for hella cheap and then send it out there, you know, and take care of their family. So you can make a good killing about it. I know some people that are raising families off this shit, you know what I mean? So it's like,
honestly, I was really looking forward to checking out the fence market. It seemed like a less scary version of an open-air fentanyl market, but instead of drugs, it's shampoo, Charmin Ultra Strong, and beyond.
You good? That shit's got a pretty thick smell to it, huh? Yeah. It's kind of like a toxic, strong smell, like burnt plastic. Yeah.
Did you smoke any of it, or?
I've never smoked fentanyl before, no. What does it feel like, though?
Euphoric.
Yeah. Like weed or stronger?
Euphoric. Yep.
Finally, we arrived to 24th and Mission.
Hey, hold the door for me.
To my surprise, there was another Bipper/fentanyl smoker with his own backpack full of stolen shit. Jack seemed very interested in doing a trade.
What you got? I'll buy it all, for real.
I got like a fucking crossbow gun.
A what?
A crossbow gun.
Okay. Oh, crossbow gun?
Shit, you got a crossbow gun?
I'll buy it.
But see, I was gonna return it because I just bought it yesterday.
I'll buy it.
I paid $45 for it.
I'll pay $25.
All right, then it's yours. Crossbow gun.
Oh, yeah, that's mine.
Oh, shit. With that.
That's mine. What else?
You guys position this way.
Okay.
That way people still have a walking path to there.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Right, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
And a pack.
Are you sure you ain't working for the Fed?
No,
I
for
just got
sure.
out like fucking 3 days ago. You don't know me?
After the cops arrived to ask us to move away from the walkway to the handicap elevator, our new friend became suspicious and thought that I was an undercover cop. So unfortunately, he refused to sell us the crossbow. So I asked Jack if we could go to a nearby alleyway to do an inventory check on the items he'd just stolen.
Let's see what we're here for. Ooh, wee! It's like a $100 torch right here. Oh, damn.
You got two hats?
Bruh.
You got the Patriot hat. I didn't know Slurpee had hats, but I guess
a bra,
they do.
another mask, $2. I'll probably give those COVID masks to the free COVID testing guys.
Is this a bra?
Yeah, it's a bra. This is what we really hit for. This is like an $80 torch. I can sell it to the smoke shop instead of the fences. So, yeah, let's just dump this to my boys.
Yeah.
See what we can get.
How much do you think the collective value is here?
Unfortunately, we didn't hit for too much. This is probably the most we hit for. If we do this right, we could get probably like 60 or 50 from this.
Okay, you're gonna try to sell everything?
This is like $5 each, $10, yeah.
How do you spot who like will buy everything?
I already know. My boy Chico, my boy Pedro, my boy Malo, my boy fucking everybody.
Do they dress a certain way?
No, but they're Mexican. That's the thing about the fences in America, in San Francisco.
Yeah.
The fences are not Hondurans, they're Mexicans. They're living out here, they're Mexicans from Mission. That's the fences.
Yeah.
That's their hustle. The Hondurans are here with the cartel selling dope. The Mexicans are here because their family's here and Mexico's so close and they, you know?
Yeah.
So I hope it makes sense in that sense.
Yeah.
And so it began. Jack crossed the street over to 24th and Mission and began looking for fences to buy his stolen items.
¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo está, primo?
¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo estamos?
To my surprise, he actually spoke fluent Spanish.
Baratos, baratísimo. ¿Quieres $1 each?
The first vendors were supremely uninterested in the bra, torch, or Slurpee hat.
¿Por $1? No. Okay. I got it gratis.
Hey, no cameras.
Gratis.
No news cameras, no.
Oh shit. Wait here, le voy a dar más.
Noticing the cameras, the second vendor was very hesitant to sell to Jack.
Fuiste a cartel gratis?
But they say third time's the charm.
Gracias, güey.
Vendor number 3 bought the flashlight.
¿Tiene los hamsters?
No, fíjate.
Yeah? He breeds hamsters. He had hamsters, $20. ¿Cuánto vendía? 20K. Yeah. And if you need anything, brother, look at this. You got like fucking Tylenol, everything, bro. Hey, bro, because if he gives me 15, I'll just give you the 15.
Then, a random pedestrian bought Jack's torch for $60. Things were going great. But then, in the blink of an eye, everything changed.
Who recorded that? Let me see.
Oh no, I'm filming him.
Let me see. I'm here. Look.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Alright, I won't.
A local enforcer, who was wielding a loaded gun in the kangaroo pouch of his hoodie, demanded that we stop filming.
So let's just turn off the camera for now.
So we crossed the street to count up how much Jack made for a day's work.
So, how'd it go?
Shit, we went well, man. Fucking mission accomplished. It was pretty quick, you feel me? You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a little different this time because, you know, we came in with cameras. Yeah. Every time I sell shit, there's never cameras. I'm Mr. Never Camera, you know? Yeah. But hey, look, right when they saw me, I explained them to the get down. Everyone was like watching our bag, you know? Yeah. Like, they even checked old boy. They were like, hey, what you doing out here? I walked up to him. I was like, hey, bro, he's with me. Everyone was like, oh shit, all right, for sure. Then they started, you know, trying to protect us, you feel me? Yeah. So, cause it is he even banged on him, told him straight up, this is Norteño hood, you feel me? Shit like that, you know, it's just not welcomed. They didn't know he was with me though.
Yeah. How much bread did you make?
Close to around $95.
Oh, sick. Yeah. So how did it work when you went there? Like,
cause the flashlight itself, that was worth 60, so I sold it for 40. I kept this hat. Feel me? I could have sold it for 30 bucks. I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm militant. I like this shit. I kept the hat. The Slurpee hat, some dude bought it for 20 bucks.
That's really surprising. Yeah. Because that hat sucks for sure.
Yeah, I know. Hey, but you know what? People like this like weird swag lately. You feel me? Yeah. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Yeah. We bought it for 20 bucks. What else did we have? What else was there?
The bra.
Oh, the bra. I got it. No one bought that. Fucking what else? Oh, the torch. We came up on a fucking sick ass torch down there, dude. I sold the torch for 60 bucks.
Oh, sick.
So that's how we made all the money.
So what's the grand total for today?
It was like 95. Yeah. 95 and a little bit of crack. My boy gave me a little bit of rock.
So what's your plan now?
Shit, bro. Honestly, like I said, I just got out of jail on Thursday. Probably my next plan probably is to go fuck a bitch and fucking eat some good food, enjoy time with my family.
Hell yeah.
Fucking try to get a room. I'm on the streets right now. I'm homeless, so probably try to get a room and just get shit back in order. I'm not really be hitting as much, but you know, just try to get my life situated. But realistically though, my real plan is I'm going to a program. I start program on Thursday. It's gonna be a 90-day program. That's why it's all crazy how, you know, this is like my grand, you know, grand scheme of things. But fuck it, we went out with a blast. I'm about to go to a program for 90 days, get clean, even though I've been clean since I was in jail. But, you know, just get clean physically, because I lost custody of my son. You know, I haven't seen him in 6 months, you feel me? I've been going through it. That's why I went on dope, you know? I got my own little tremors, little nightmares, demons in my heart, you know, knowing I don't like to share the world because it's not your guys' problem. Yeah, you know, I want to get reconnected with my son. I miss him to death. It's crazy because he lives a fucking block away, but yeah, anyways, yeah.
So the program that you're going to is administered through the city?
Yeah, it's administered through the city. It's a government-based program, Catholic ran, and my whole family is Catholic. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to 8th grade, to kindergarten to 12th grade. Yeah. You know what I mean? Catholic orientated my whole life. I was an altar server growing up. You know what I mean? I was never a robber and a thief. Like, yeah, I would try to come up every once in a while whenever I felt disrespected or this and that. But it's like that was not my main forte. You know what I mean? This shit, honestly, it became a forte of mine because the Google techies that started coming by, they were so fucking dumb, so stupid. They'd pull up in their fucking new Tesla, jump out the car, doors fucking wide, like fucking left open with hella shit in there, dude. Greed can only hit you so much, dude. And it's also, it's like, dude, I feel like it was more so, we had to teach some guys a lesson, you know? It's like, come on, dude. You're just gonna leave all your shit there every day, every week, like no matter what. I'm talking about like when they go to work, like, you know, they'll leave their doors unlocked no matter what, like, and they work overnights, or like, or they'll live in an apartment, they'll leave their doors unlocked no matter what. They just like lost sense of security. And it's crazy because in San Francisco, yeah, we lost 200,000 in 2021. Look up the records. We lost 200,000 San Francisco residents in San Francisco due to whatever reason, but they say it's due to like, you know, robberies and shit. But yeah, we lost 200,000 residents and it's only been dropping. Last year we lost like 100-something thousand residents, you know? It's just going crazy and crazier, but it's like, dude, really, motherfuckers gotta just tighten up, bro. Really just gotta tighten up, bro. You feel me? If you got your shit laced up and tightened up, dude, you won't get hit. You won't get bipped. You feel me? Yeah. Straight up.
For sure, Doug. Well, good luck in treatment, man. Thanks for showing us around. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You know what I mean? For real, like, you put a new perspective on my life and you helped me out in a lot of ways that you would have never imagined. So thank you, man.
I appreciate you, Doug. Have you ate here before?
Oh yeah, I've been going here since I grew up. You hungry? You wanna get some food?
I'm down, let's do it.
All right, let's go get some food.
Fuck it.
So how long have you been documenting, like, doing all this shit?
Probably like 3.5 years now.
Really?
Yeah. You know, I started like, you know, in New Orleans doing interviews in the French Quarter with like drunk tourists.
Wow.
I started writing zines about my hitchhiking travels.
Oh, you were a hitchhiker. You went hitchhiking. Oh shit.
When I was a youngster, man, I used to hitchhike between New Orleans and my hometown, Seattle.
Holy shit, how far did you ever like hitchhike? What was your hitchhike thing?
Probably the furthest I went was like, I went from like Louisiana all the way up to Washington, down to California and back. So I did a crazy ass triangle. Yeah.
Were you on drugs or?
A little bit. I mean, I was just drinking a fuck ton and smoking weed every day.
But you weren't on like dope?
No, I've never done dope before.
Oh, never in your life? Cool, now that I know, I'll fucking make sure I keep you 100% away from that shit.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
No, seriously. That is a killer. That is the #1 killer in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dope.
And like, yeah, dude. Yeah, it's serious. Dude, this last month alone, I lost 6 friends, dude. All through fentanyl poisoning. Yeah. 6 friends alone. March 11th was Fentanyl Awareness Day.
What's the shit called?
Chilaquiles.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. It's like classic like thing. It's just bomb as hell.
Oh yeah. You got the best one. Who ordered that for you?
I just saw it on the menu and I asked her what's the most popular.
Yep. Honestly, real shit, the way you do it is you crack the yolk and just mix it all up. But you're doing it right. You eat it however you want, you know? No, straight up. I'm just saying, you know, that's the best way.
Many of you may notice that throughout this interview, Jack's face is now unblurred. This is actually Jack's request. We filmed this episode back in July. However, last October, Jack was finally arrested and the city of San Francisco decided to prosecute. He was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison. We plan to correspond with him throughout his sentence to see if the experience changes him for better or for worse. If you enjoyed this episode or just enjoyed our coverage of San Francisco in general, I have great news. On our Patreon page, we have a lot of content that we're not currently able to post on YouTube due to community guideline violations. One of these episodes is called Frisco Pimps, and it dives deep into the world of pimping and human trafficking along Cap Street in San Francisco. The other is about harm reduction. It explores a harm reduction facility that offers clean needles, crack pipes, foil, and beyond to drug users for free in San Francisco. If you'd like to check out these episodes, go to our Patreon, www.patreon.com/channel5. It's about $5 a month, but it supports our entire independent production budget. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.
Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News.
Channel 55. We don't fuck with custers. And 5 is the best number.